When my big sister was about to turn 18, my parents gave her a choice: to open a bank account or to spend the equivalent amount to be deposited on a small party to be held at home. Our mom and dad were too practical to consider holding a party at a paid venue with catered food, so they gave her the next best thing. Being the extrovert that she'd always been, she chose the latter. I could never understand why she chose to have a party. Why spend all that money, which would have given her a bit of freedom to enjoy her college years, on a single day? When I turned 18, I knew it would be no contest. I would much rather have freedom than be the center of attention for a few hours. Plus, I didn't have that many friends to invite anyway. No doubt she had plenty. A few days before her party, I started to feel a sense of dread. Just the thought of having all those strangers inside our house made me want to flee. And since I didn't have any means to do that, the viable alternative would be to escape to my room every once in a while so I could avoid having to talk to the guests. It was hard enough to find peace with my family around, let alone have other people over and disturb it. On the day of the party, I realized the only safety net I had was my room. I knew I couldn't hide in it for the rest of the evening. I had to make myself visible in some way, though not fully present if I were to survive. Otherwise, I would never hear the end of it from my mom, who always thought it was ridiculous the way I seemed afraid to interact with people. Then, unfamiliar faces started to appear at our doorstep. I felt the urge to run back to my room, but I fought it hard by plastering on a fake smile for everyone, nodding along at each of them as my parents introduced me as the little sister. What would someone who was still in the 6th grade have anything to say to these people? I realized there was no one else there who was my age. I knew for sure it was going to be a long night. I watched my sister revel in all the attention, having fun with her college friends, and knowing exactly how to make a conversation with the older guests who were our dad's colleagues from work. I couldn't even eat my food without thinking everyone's eyes were on me, waiting for me to drop my plate. And so, throughout the evening, I made a few justifications here and there as to why I had to go to my room just for a split second. It felt good to have those moments of silence. Pretty soon, I ran out of excuses, and my mom figured out what I was trying to do. So, she called me out for always retreating again to my hidey hole whenever there were people around. When the party was over, I realized how I felt cheated that evening. It would have been bearable if I had a friend over. I asked myself why my big sister didn't offer that, so I would have at least one person to talk to. However, I already knew the answer to that one.